Hello, hello. So just making sure that the microphone works. Add in chat if microphone works and you can hear clearly and you can see me. Just put a thumbnail. Okay, so today we're gonna go through the transformative power of art therapy and neurographic techniques that we're gonna use. And connect to our soul, unleash the desires that we have and our soul has for us. Probably will lower the camera a bit more. Yes. Please write in the chat if you can hear me and the microphone works. Anastasia, hello. Can you hear me well? So we'll wait another 7 minutes. Just showing you. I have the symbol of protection behind me to hold the space for us. And it's good to have a glass of water. Sound is good. Eugene joined the live stream upstairs with the baby. Hopefully she sleeps well. So I have the protector behind me that's going to hold the space for us and make sure that it is sacred and safe to hold our soul's desires. And it's been a long day today with lots happening. So it is 8:25 and it's important to ground ourselves before we connect to our soul and our subconscious. Yes, cup of tea is good. Glass of water. Candle can be relaxing. Music on the background, if that helps. And I hope you all received Then you need a marker or any markers that you have. I will go with black today so it's more contrast and you can see better. And then pencils, any type of pencils, and a piece of paper. It could be A3 or A4. I'm going to do an A3 today. You can use A4. You can do A2, whatever you have, any canvas you have in next to you. And also, sometimes during this technique, you can feel a shortness of breath, so you can stand up and move your body. That helps a lot. And then you can also move your neck side to side, and that unlocks the oxygen comes to the brain. So sometimes you have yawning comes heavily, and as I said, shortness of breath. So it's good to stand up and move your body to let the energy through. It just shows that your body is working with your energies, and there's a new neural lines that comes through that needs more and takes more from you. So we wait another 3 minutes. Get yourself ready. Have a comfortable seat, because we'll start with a little relaxation technique at the start. So you get yourself comfortable. You can get extra cushion or pillows. And yes, if anything comes through, you're free to comment, or you're free to just send me an email after the stream, and I can transcribe whatever comes through to you today. And for the markers, today I used the brush marker. It has a very easy flow on the paper, so it flows through easily with your body movement. It doesn't have that squeaky sound as well. So some people don't like the sound of markers or penciled on the paper. It could be disturbing. So these kind of smooth brush markers are easily could be used in that case. So today I've put a background music for us. It is important to have a supportive environment around as well. So if you have husbands, kids, neighbors that you can't avoid, you can add some music and concentrate on that if the sound disturb you. So again, hello everyone, I'm Valerie, and please comment thumbs up if you're watching and the sound is all good. and it's 8:30, and we're gonna slowly start. Get yourself into the space, get yourself comfortable. So welcome to this live stream event. This is my first live stream event, and the theme for today is to unlock your soul's desires. We're going to do that through the transformative power of art and neurographic techniques. So I invite you to embark on a path of profound transformation where we will delve into the depths of your subconscious and tap into your inner wisdom and bring your soul's desires to life by beautiful technique of putting it on the paper through neurographic and art therapy. And before we begin, I want you to get ready the paper, marker, whatever color you feel like today, colored pencils, or I have colored markers that are easily covering a big space on the paper and a piece of paper, of course. And also important to have a glass of water because it helps to connect your energy through your body and let it flow easily. If you feel dizzy, it helps to open up that flow inside. And today, let's start with a simple relaxation technique that will hopefully make you go into the flow state. Flow state is a state of pure relaxation when your subconscious comes through and your logic mind, your daily life thoughts go on the background and relax. And this is why it's good to have this live stream early in the morning when you still your analytical mind, logic mind hasn't, woken up. And it's good to have before bed because then everything that happened today during the session will flow into your dream state and will grow further. So I invite you to ground ourselves. So please close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever feels comfortable. Take a deep breath. Breath in, breath out. Allow yourself to settle into the present moment. Take another breath in, breath out. Feel the weight of the world lifting off your shoulders as we create this pure space of possibility to open our hearts. Today is 24th of June, and you are here. You can feel your feet touching the ground. You can feel the earth below you that holds you. You can feel your hands, your shoulders, your head. Take a deep breath in and out. If you have any blockages in your body, feel free to move them through. Anything that holds you, move that through with the breath. And now imagine a blank canvas before you, a canvas that holds infinite potential. This canvas represents your life. It's ready to be painted with colors and your deepest desires, dreams, aspirations, and you are the creator. Today here you have arrived as the soul came to your body, into your existence with a purpose. When the soul picked your body, it had a clear path, clear knowing what it wanted to do in this body. It had a very clear vision why. Connect to your soul. See how it feels, what comes through. If you can see the souls as a color, as a sound, as a clear vision, connect to your highest version of yourself and ask, why am I here? What am I meant to be doing in this body, in this life? See what comes up for you. If it's a vision, a sense, a memory, a sound, a feeling in your body. Even if it's nothing, it's also okay. We don't need to have answers today. We don't have any expectations. So simply relax and let yourself flow into the realm, out of your body and into the knowing. As you tap into your subconscious, explicit memories may uncover visions or even subtle sensations in your body. Take a deep breath. Connect to the sensation in your body. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Let your soul talk to you without explanation, without logical brain and answers that tells you why it wants you to do what it wants you to do. If you have any vision, color, or memory, or just a sound or feeling in your body, connect to that sensation. When ready, let's open your eyes. So I hope you had anything or nothing. And just by doing this simple relaxation, we ground ourselves. And now we're going to start working through the paper, allowing our subconscious to speak to us. So please take the marker and I will slowly put the camera to show you the technique that we're going to use, and hold that vision that you had before you. So it's important to have no judgment or expectations or any desires to find solutions for what came through. So now I'm just adjusting the camera so it's easier for you to see. And here I am. So let's start drawing. So first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide the paper. So divide the paper. No, that's not the right way. Yes. Wait. Divide the paper in 4. Okay. Yes, finally. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we start with the first one. I will do a circle, and this is your soul's desire that came through today. By doing the round shape and making it uneven, circling around in a neurographic line, we connect to the soul's vision that came through to us, to that feeling. Wait, yes. And just continue by thinking of your vision. So for me, I had a very clear vision of the rainbow that came through today. And there's no explanation why I had that vision during the visualization. But when I think of it, it gives me some sort of hope, feeling of completeness. And then by connecting to your vision, you start crossing the line inside that represents your soul desire and holds that energy inside that. And we do it with the neural line, which is not straight and doesn't have any hard lines. This is representation of what came through to you in your vision, or just the feeling that you have, no matter what you have or you don't have. By doing this little neurographic exercise and breathing in and out, which is important, you start feeling that sensation of completeness and wholeness. And the next thing we do is, if you see any of the hard connections, like any squares or triangles, and that makes it the lines hard to look at, or anything that grabs your attention, you start circling them around like these small little lines around, which makes you work on the imagination of your connection to that vision. So just by doing this little exercise of circling the corners, we making our subconscious known that the vision that we had is something that can become reality in our life. And by doing the circles, we create a harmony inside our brain. And by making the lines, we create a new neural path in our brain that will allow us the new ideas to come through. So, as you can see, I have circled everything I saw that kind of made me feel uncomfortable. And when you complete with that exercise, we start expanding our vision and bringing the lines out into the world. So this fantasy that we had, that we saw, that we connected, we expanded further out of our world, out of our understanding how things done, and allowing the energy of something new to come through, and allowing our brain to expand in a new possibilities. So this is the first square that we've done. And by doing these neurographic lines, it's important to make them neurographic by adding the neurographic lines into it. So they're not as harsh, and they're part of, like our neurons in our brain has that uneven thing, because nothing in life is even or ideal. And this is what we do. And the second thing we do after we've done that, we continue to circle all the hard corners that we have and see how you feel. So at this moment where we've done a little exercise already by putting our fantasy into the shape and creating a meaningful connection between our neurons and vision, we explained our brain that something that can be a fantasy is a reality. And it could be part of our existence, part of our life. So this is the first square. So now when we work through the fantasy, we take the line inside our fantasy. I'll show you like that. And we move it into the next square. And this world is our dream. So this second part is, what is our dream? So from having a fantasy that came through, we connect to the dreams that we have. So if I, as an example, I had a vision of a very bright, very strong rainbow, and the meaning for me is something magical that my souls want to follow, that inside me. And to make it part of my dream, we'll make another circle. And also the same way we make it uneven. And then fill out with neural lines inside. So this is the dream, something that I can imagine and materialize into existence, into my world. And while I'm doing this, I can imagine little things that could be part of my dream, could be part of what I do, why the rainbow is so important. So the rainbow is, for me, apart from being magical, it is also the color combinations and spectrum of light that enters our reality. So by doing this second square, we do the second dream circle, and the same way we circle all the uneven or harsh corners in a rounded motion to complete our dreams vision. We work through the details of it and make it harmony within it, allowing our brain to settle into the possibility of that dream. So this step is important for you to breathe in and breathe out, because at this moment when we do the circles and rounding this corners, we create in new ways that your brain can perceive information through the neurons. And it's important that you feel any resistance or you feel like you're already tired. It means that your brain started working on the new neural paths and it started activating something new within you. And as our body has something new, it usually wants to quit or have some sort of resistance. So if you any sensations of resistance comes through, you breathe through it and just keep going and continue to round the uneven parts in your beautiful image, which is your dream, which is coming from the visions from your soul's desire that showed you the fantasy, the possibility that fantasy become a dream. And this is, even if you don't have anything that came through in the vision, it gives you opportunity to create something new that is possible and work through it, and allowing your brain to accept that you will be doing something new in your life and it's normal and you can work through these details. So if you feel like there's nothing that kind of stands out from this already, and there's no harsh corners that you can see that jumps through to you, we continue to spread the energy through it. So by doing the energy line, we make this dream part of the environment. So by taking one line that you can see is prominent, you continue it and make it strong and let it go out wherever your hand will take you. It's important to get this flow and allow you to be unpredictable. And breathe in, breathe out, let your hands follow through the paper easily. If you have any restrictions that holds you back, this is okay. And as soon as I do it, I want to circle the corners and make them rounded. So this is already a part of been working on this technique for a while. So I just want to harmonize my image by taking away all the hard corners out. So you don't need to do everything at once. You just see how you feel by creating this energy and then allowing this dream to be part of. And even now, if you compare my fantasy and my dream, you can see how precisely I can imagine by doing a more confident shapes inside. I feel like it is realistic and it could be done, and my dream is not just fantasy anymore. So the next third square we're gonna do, and it starts from here for a reason as well, it's plan. So if this is my dream and this comes from the fantasy that my soul has showed me, here I just do a few circles. So for me, 3 circles come through. For you, it could be 2, it could be 1, it could be multiple. And this gives me an indication that these circles that I connect to my dream by the lines is steps that I need to take to make this dream a reality in my life. So to make things real, we need to take steps. And it is part how we operate on this planet. And as you can see, the way it came through, that one step is small and then the second one and third one is similar. So then I fill out these steps with lines, and it gives the sense that this is steps that will make my dream a reality, and it has a plan and it has a flow in them and it has a structure to how I perceive my dreams. So by filling the lines inside the steps, you're making it the content of the steps, and connecting with the lines that comes from your dream, you're making it part of your dream. So just by doing this simple exercise, we allow our brain to connect to the dream and make them possible through steps. So for me to make this dream real, I probably need to do 2 major steps and 1 small, and that will be part of starting this dream to be real in my life. So now by doing this, I already feel more confident that my dream is possible, and whatever my soul's desire comes through in a shape that has a steps and stages in some sort. And now I'm doing the same technique of circling the corners, the ones that come through as the most harsh for me. So I'm not doing everything today, but I will continue this image later, because the more I work on it, the more real it becomes. And if I have a resistance, and today I do have a resistance of feeling the because I don't know the steps yet, so I will come back to them and I'll work through them later, because it feels like this is the moment where I start getting fears or sensation that I'm not confident in what steps is it, but we don't need to know the answers. The answers will come in life. Today we create the possibility that gives our brain a knowing that it can be real. It is real now for you in your brain because you're already making steps from fantasy to dream. You're making steps to make it real. And now from the steps that I've made, we do another line that connects everything around these steps, and it's easily flowing to the fourth square. So continue the line from your steps to the fourth square easily, and this square is reality. So your dream becomes a reality here and now, and it's not longer a dream. It's part of your existence. It's part of your path. It's part of what you know your souls want. So continue with these lines. So I have a lot that comes through. You can have a few. And then find a shape inside these lines, a circle shape that comes through to you when you look at it. So this square is your reality. So this is when the step when everything came together and it became real. I'm going to have some water. So from planning, we go through limitations and struggles, and now we transform into the narrative of how to create a new reality. As you draw and visualize, you may feel the energy shifting within you. So now make it a shape that comes through. Maybe it's a few shapes. So I can see there's a correlation of a few shapes that comes through here for me. And feel the confidence and empowerment irradiating from within as you draw these shapes. Feel how they become part of yourself. Imagine how it feels when your desires materialize in your life. Notice the ripple effect that it takes. So I already can feel like I want to make everything rounded and the corners become part of everything around. So it's all interconnected for me. For you, it could be completely different. And give yourself permission to be confident about your dream becoming a part of your reality. I give myself permission to make my dream real, enter my reality, and becoming my new reality. So by circling the corners, I'm making sure that there's a harmony around for it to evolve and happen in my life. So please circle the corners and see what comes through, where you have resistance, a strong shifting, or any struggles and limitations comes through when you do this. This is all stored in your body, so you work through it. And give yourself permission to have a confidence to continue doing it if any struggles or limitations pops up and desire to quit. or desire to stop. This is usually that stage when you understand, oh, it's getting too hard and, maybe I shouldn't do it. Or when you're so close to making your new reality possible, living your dream, usually we shut ourselves from fear of being what we want. And by circling all the corners, we work through that and we allow our brain to feel secure and safe, that there's no need to be scared. We can do it all and we can live our dream. We are here in this planet, we live in this life to live our dream, not someone else's dream. So, and that's what I have. So that's the force. And now we can see how what came through for me is simply from the fantasy that I had that came up in my vision into creating the dream and then going through steps of making and planning the dream become a reality. And then this is my reality that will come through as soon as I complete my belief that my dream is part of my reality. And today we're gonna add some energy, the most important part and the most energetic part. So if you feel like you want to stand up or you feel like you want to move your body, this is a good time, because now we're going to add energy and colors to activate with colors our dreams. And this is the most exciting part for some and the most scary part for some. So you pick the first color that comes through. For some reason, I have a green comes through for me. And you look at your images and your circles and decide which one you want to fill up with color. So for me, I have straight away that I want my dream to be covered and fill up with the energy. And as I do that, I have a very strong feeling in my body of I can't even explain. The feeling is the shortness of breath, like excitement, and I just breathe through it. So from this, I feel like my fantasy gives me a bit of uncertainty. So I want to fill it with blue, cobalt blue. And then one of the steps I want to fill with cobalt blue as well. So you just go with the flow and you start filling up the biggest shape that comes to you. So the bigger the shapes, the better. And you're allowing the energy of color activate what your brain's put through for you today, and making them real and colorful and allowing the energy to go through them. So if you have a few colors that you want to, if you want to use, you can use the markers as well. And for me, for some reason, I want to feel the big shapes around. So it's okay if it blends in. And as I said to you before, if anything doesn't go the way you want it, it's just a paper. It is in your hands. This is the canvas that we create today. We can change it, we can make it the way we want it. We can always repaint it, or we can use it to activate ourselves. So you see how it made it all dirty? I don't like it. And it gives me that frustration. Something is not perfect, but then you allow yourself to live with that, because life has different moments and you just accept it and you make it part of the bigger picture. So I just continue to fill up the main color. So I have the yellow come through and I just want to fill up big um, areas around my shapes to make the brightness around my shape. So see how you go. You can have a smaller shapes that you want to feel. So I get the message there's no sound. Can you hear me now? Is there sound now? Yes, the sound is back. Thank you. So what we've done, we've covered the pictures and the shapes around, and we have made whatever comes through for you. If that's, you want to cover the main shapes, or you want to cover the areas around, we create the energy that activates your dreams and makes them part of your reality. And it's good to mix and just feel like you're making a large, big movements, because that gives you a feel of energy coming through the movement, through that shaping of your reality, is making hard, risky moves that doesn't have to be perfect, just by filling up and picking colors that makes these shapes real for you and colorful. I have my reality part in blue. So I hope you can hear me. By finishing these major areas, we're allowing the energy to flow through. And then you can see if you feel like it actually drains you and it makes you tired. You can turn it around, look at it from a different perspective. You can see if you have a different way of looking at it. So for me, as soon as I turned it, this white just kind of pushed me, and it made me feel like, oh my God, my dream is still in the air. Like my fantasy is so unrealistic, and I just want to cover this part around it. It feels like so stupid at the time. But now when I'm feeling it, I feel like, no, it is part of the whole. It is part of the process, and that's what's happening, that we doubt ourselves a lot. So, and this is a good way to step back and have a look at your image. Have a look at what is actually bothering you, or what is actually makes you happy. For me, when I look at it, I'm going to turn it the other way. So when I look at it, this part makes me really happy. Makes me feel like harmony and completeness, and this is part of the steps that I'm going to take to make my dream real. And then this part is still very unknown, and this is the reality that will evolve, and I allow it to be unrealistic at the time, because we don't need to know all the answers at the moment. The life will evolve and show us how in logic world it can be done. And then the next stage for this is, if you have time, to continue working on the circling the lines and taking those heart shapes around the image and making it more harmonical and filling up, like, if you have harsh lines, that run through, just filling them up with a neural line like that. And maybe even add more lines. So I feel like this is very empty. So I want to create more energy. So when you do the lines, this is the energy that flows through your shapes and then creates a new shape. So like here, I'm going to add a new shape here that will come. We don't know everything that's going to come and change, but my brain is allowing me to create a new shape out of it and create a new reality of out my soul's desire. It tells me, don't be scared. If something new comes through, you're ready. It's never what you plan. Just allow it and you'll be ready for everything. So I made another shape here and I connected it into the hole, and then I'm gonna cover it to make it solid. And this is something new will come into my life, something unaware, but something very big and important. And now I'm happy for it to come through, and I'll be there to just accept it. I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to take the risks, and I'll work through the details and make it part of the whole picture, and make it part of my possibilities to come through. And I'm welcoming anything that comes through, because I know there's nothing to be scared for. So just like that, I just created a new shape. And then same with colors, you can work further. And this is how you work through your blockages and fears. And you allowing creating new possibilities and synchronicities to enter your life. You embrace and expand your capacity and open yourself to the flow of energy, flow of abundance. And you give yourself permission to create this reality. You give yourself permission and allow yourself to accept whatever comes. This is a journey of your soul's desire, and connect to your soul. You allow it to guide you wherever you need to go. So if you want me to transcribe your drawing today, please send your question, and I'll probably put myself back. So I had a lot of insight that came through for me today, and I had a lot of limitations. So thank you. And I hope you continue with the drawing. So I'll show you the drawing now. And if you want me to transcribe your drawing, or just send me your questions with the image of today's drawing directly to me, please. And I will help you to go through it and see where we can work on the lines, on the shapes, and how we can work through it further. And I'm so grateful for you to be here with me, because this is my first time I'm doing this live stream. And please send me in the chat if you have any questions. So I have another 10 minutes to answer. And today we've done what's our soul's desire. And we did it in the 4 stages, from fantasy to dream, from fantasy to dream, to steps and planning into the reality. And this is one part we can do it. And whatever comes through, you can work on a smaller piece of paper. The next live stream I will be doing about the tree, the growing of your tree. You can think of, so from here with, something came through as what I want to do and what my soul wants me to do into real life. And then the next drawing we'll do is to grow that dream and make it real, growing the roots and growing the shapes and fruits on it. And please, please, please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Telegram channel I have, where I put through weekly recommendation and some techniques. And I'm so grateful to be here with you today. Thank you so much for creating our new reality together. Today we went through a transformative experience that will unlock new perspectives in your life and new directions that will present in your life soon. So you'll have a good sleep and ground yourself. So have a glass of water and let's take a deep breath. We've done a transformative work, and it's good before we go, thank you, Dad. Please take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel how you sit on the chair and you're here today with something new you've created, and allow it with no thoughts or analysis to let welcoming you into your life. So stay open and feel free to reach me out on any channels. Have a glass of water and have a good sleep. Thank you, thank you, thank you.